What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Terrier Owner YouTube channel. We have Luna out as always here for this video, and this video is one that we'll see how she likes discussing this one because it's something that definitely pertains to her, and I am actually kind of curious how much it pertains to other Jack Russell owners out there. But today, guys, we are talking about why this dog, why the Jack Russell Terrier whines so much. This dog is the whiniest dog I have ever owned personally. Hear it? Are you whining right now as we do this? Do it one more time. Whine. Anyways, whiny. This is a very whiny dog. There are some common reasons why a dog will whine. There are some reasons why I think Luna in particular likes to whine. And we are going to cover that and try and cover some of the potential things you can do to eliminate some of the annoying whining that this dog does. As always, guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It helps us out immensely on this channel get recognized by the YouTube algorithm. It lets YouTube know that you enjoy these videos, that you enjoy seeing Luna on here, even if she is being whiny. Hit that notification bell so you're notified for future videos, and never forget to subscribe and check out terrierowner.com on your way out. But now let's go ahead and dive into some of the reasons this dog will whine. And again, let me tell you that whining with this dog is, I'm still going through it 3+ years later. This dog literally is the most vocal dog in every fashion I've ever owned. Everything that I do, every movement I make, she's got some kind of vocalization that she has to say about it. Now, for me personally, which is going to be one of the reasons we cover a little bit later in the video, I think a lot of her whining has to do with she has a very rough time with being even a few feet, or I would say a few feet away from me. So she doesn't, do well with any kind of exit from a human being. So that can go for, let me give you a really funny example, actually. Let's say that me, the wife, and the kid are all outside in the garage and she's free roaming out there with us. If the kid decides to go out in the front yard while she's still in the garage and not able to roam in the front yard, she will whine, like literally cry. Like, it feels like she's crying her eyes out over it, but she will whine until she has a visual of him again. It's almost like a protective type deal. Also, she just needs all the people that she knows right in front of her, right around her, otherwise she's whining. But that's just me, and I wanted to give one funny example, but let's go into some of the common reasons now why this dog will whine. And let's start with reason number one, which is the most basic when it comes to whining in general with any dog breed, and Jack Russells, it holds true as well, but whining occurs a lot because your dog needs something, right? So they don't, I hate to say that they don't do it just because, but I know she does do it just because. Sometimes she doesn't need a dang thing and she's still whining, but you need to keep in mind that they could be whining because they need to go to the bathroom, because they're hungry, because they have a need that may need to be addressed, is the best way to put it. So once you understand your Jack Russell, and what are you hiding for? You don't have to be embarrassed about this. Let's talk about it. Once you understand your Jack Russell enough to know if it's a need or something more serious, you can disregard the whining a little bit more. But in a general rule of thumb, I would say that you need to take whining at least a little bit serious, at least in the beginning, to make sure that it's not something deeper that they're trying to relay to you. Reason number two, and I think all of us can agree that this is the most annoying part of whining in general, is it's nothing more than they want attention. So just because they're whining all the time doesn't, I'm not claiming that any of you are neglecting your dog, but this dog is a needy, clingy dog. They need to be around you. They want to be the center of attention. She does terrible whenever I give Graham attention and not her. She does terrible when Graham gets a walk and she doesn't. Anything that doesn't include her being the best, she's mad about. She needs to be the king or queen for her in every situation there is. Where are you going now? Okay. You just need to dominate this video and show that you can make me stop talking, huh? So whining for attention is another one. The only way you can really break that habit is probably, I wouldn't call it cruel, but I don't think I would necessarily do it, and it's disregarding the whine all the time. There are times in life where you're gonna have to do it, and do it in an abundance, where you just can't give any second thought to the whining that's taking place, and that's okay. But the whining for attention is definitely something you need to understand. If you're going to adopt this dog, it's going to happen. You're probably not going to get one that's just, silent whenever they want something. Number three, guys, and this one I like to stress quite a bit because this one, it's a little heartbreaking when this is the reason for their whining, and it does need you to they need some consoling whenever this is the reason for whining. But if they're stressed really badly or scared or have horrible anxiety, you don't want to just ignore that or let it go. You know, the only example I would say that you could let that go in is probably crate training, because that's when they're going to experience their first round of separation anxiety. That's a little bit different because that's the goal of crate training, is to get them used to it. But if they're, you know, have other things that scare them, such as a social situation where they're not comfortable, you know, some dogs will get severely stressed out with thunderstorms or loud noises like fireworks. You know, don't just let them freak out in a corner. I mean, you might end up with a potty trained dog that still makes a mistake in that situation. You know, if you're in a position at that point where they're scared and whining and you can actually comfort them, I would recommend comforting them. This isn't the kind of dog that you train like a police dog that's trained to have not a whole lot of emotion and just go after the bad guys and not have any of that just cuddling up on the couch. If your dog is scared and whining for that reason, you should do your best to make them feel more comfortable. Another common reason, guys, that you may experience a Jack Russell with whining could be pain too. And I would say the most common forms of pain that I've ran into in my time owning this dog, or any dog honestly, usually is the result of something with a toenail, like a fingernail, one of their claws, so to speak. If they need their nails clipped, or let's say they got it caught in something out in the yard and they've got a little bit of a stump that's bleeding. I haven't ran into a lot of painful situations with dogs where they've been hurt or injured, but if they're whining more than usual, there could be something pain related that you really need to check into, or that might actually need a experienced vet to look at. So I wouldn't disregard whining in that aspect either. If it seems like it's just out of the blue and they're not usually a whiny dog, be sure that nothing's happened to them that is causing pain. And if you can't find any actual physical marks on them or something that would, you know, scream to you that they're in pain, maybe you need to go to the vet if it's just that out of the ordinary that they're whining at the time. The next one, guys, is actually one of my favorite reasons this dog whines, and I think only the people who own this dog right now is going to understand it, but I love this whiny part of this dog, so to speak. But this dog will whine to say sorry too, which is, it's pretty humorous to watch. When she was younger, she was a little nippy. She still can be, honestly. If she gets grabbed in the wrong spot, or like my son can play rough with her, so sometimes she'll give him a little nip on the finger. Never anything that would like draw blood, but to where he gets a little freaked out, like, hey, Luna, just nip me, that kind of thing. If she realizes that she did it because I like yell at her or something along the lines like that, it is crazy how she knows not to even come to me to apologize, but she will go like army crawl to him slowly with a sad face and whine to him as if she's apologizing for her, you know, mean behavior for those 2 seconds. So they have like what I would call an apology whine to them too. This is probably going to be hit or miss based on your own you giving me an apology for ruining my video. This is probably going to be hit or miss based on, you know, the Jack Russell you actually have personality wise, but that is a reason that they could be whining, so keep that in mind as well. Another common reason this dog will whine, guys, is because they get super excited, and they get excited super easily. So sometimes they're not actually whining, they're just showing a ton of enthusiasm. So you need to be able to distinguish the two and kind of read the room at that point and kind of go into that mode or feed into that. If they're having a ton of fun playing fetch or running around the yard or doing whatever you're doing and you think that they're whining, they're probably just, you know, super excited and doing their little, I call them like pig grunts, essentially is what they do. That is another really common reason. Most of the time I would say excitement would rank near the top, or they just want you back near them. I would say those are the two most common reasons for whining. Outside of that, I would say in general with all dog breeds, it's going to be something related to boredom, being hungry or needing something, or it could be pain. But this dog here, don't mistake it, this is a whiny dog. They whine for a lot of reasons. They get excited very easily, so the more prepared you are to deal with that, the better. Especially in the beginning, you will get quite a bit of whining from them during crate training if you go that route. So just be prepared and, you know, go with it. They're still an awesome dog, as you can see. Not a reason not to adopt them, is it? Death stare. Okay. Anyways, guys, that is about all we have on this topic for you. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. I can't tell you how much that helps us. It really lets YouTube know that you enjoy these videos so that we can keep making more of them. Hit the notification bell so you're always notified of future videos that we are putting out each week now. We are back. Subscribe to the channel and never forget to check out terrierowner.com on your way out of here. Tons of blog posts to help you guys with this dog, help you raise, care for them, and understand their behavior a little bit more. Outside of that, guys, we appreciate you, and we will catch you in the next video. Take care.